Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to I've Got Your Number. And this is a wonderful night. Always a Monday night's a wonderful night, and so are our Wednesdays. But tonight, as we've been talking about, our guest is Tiffany, White Sage Woman. I hope that you read about her because we were very excited to get her. It was like a shot in the dark when we put it out there. Would you be interested in coming onto the show? And it was like, wow, she responded. And it was just like exciting. And then having a few conversations with her became even more exciting. That when we booked this, I guess it might have been in late April, and it seemed so far away, and it just came on us so quickly. But we're very excited. Wait till you hear her. Of course, she's going to take some of your calls, and of course, it's limited to one question, please. The board is well lit. Good to see everybody. Full moon. Yeah, got to let you know, you got a full moon on the 27th. That's Mountain Time. And for us, the 28th. And it's in Capricorn. And Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. And it's really taking our emotions and staying in the control of them and reviewing them. And remember this reviewing, folks. Mercury retrograde is upon us. And numbers are changing. June is going to go into 7 July. And if you're feeling right now lethargic, or if you're feeling like everything I'm trying is not working out and you're not biting into the drama of life and just trusting things will work out, July can be a very nice month for the flow of your angel connections, your spirit guide connections, your creator connections, because 7 really is the month that says rest. People take vacations this month. Of course, there are things to look out for. Watch your skin, watch the sun, watch where you're walking, a lot of tick problems, a lot of things happening. But it is a full moon. I watched the moon. Mercury's upon us. We have a July 13th, which is a Friday. That'll be the last Friday, the 13th of this year. And we have some eclipses coming up. I think that day happens to also be a partial eclipse. So the moon and Mercury and sevens and, well, we have a good show tonight, so I'll get off of it. Anyway, how are you, Joanna? I know you're with me as always. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing good in one respect.
Well, no, really, tell the truth.
I am going to tell the truth. I do feel good in one respect. I'm on the show. The other thing is that I really had a sad day today. I had to put down my 15-year-old cat. She was a real sweetheart. So it's been really, really a crazy day for me. So I've been like out there someplace. But other than that, I'm glad I'm on the show, and that definitely puts me in a different space.
Yeah, it kind of like takes us away from all of our stuff, you know?
Definitely. That's exactly what it does, because then I don't have to. It's like anything, you know.
After we get off, then we could hit the bottle of gin. You know, it works okay. Everything is down
I got
pattern.
used to it. You don't know how many times I want to go. I don't drink, but boy, every once in a while I go for a good pina colada. You know?
If I knew how to make it, I might even try one. But anyway, but you're feeling good. I'm sorry about your cat. Let her rest in peace. I know between you and Adrian, the cat had a wonderful life. I am sure of it.
Oh yeah, she was a sweetheart. We inherited her when Jessica had her baby, and we inherited all the animals from Jessica when she moved out and stuff and things like that. So she was quite a little young lady, this little Blinky. I mean, when they found her, there was only like 3 kittens, and poor little Blinky had like gnats on her and a whole bunch of other stuff, fleas, and she was the only one that made it out of the babies. So she's had a hard little life just coming into the world. And cutest little face. She'd look at you with her big eyes and just meow at you when she wanted something. So it was really something. But she's up there with all the guys, we told her. She's up there with everybody.
Yeah. Well, I think we have pets when we lose them. I know I've had horses and cattle, and it hurts. It hurts. But we're going to move on because I really am excited to have this lady with us, and Reverend Tiffany, White Sage Woman. I would be here an hour and a half reading off all of her credentials, so I'm not even going there. She has a dynamic website. You must go to this woman's website. She's got guests on there. She has blogs on there. How she does it, how she keeps up with it, I don't know, but she is wonderful. And her website is whitesagewoman.com. Sign up for her newsletters. Follow her on Facebook. You will not be disappointed. I love her numerology posts. I love them. They're absolutely famous, the favorite for the day. She gives you information. This lady is wonderful. And she didn't pay me any money to say any of this, so this is all real. Anyway, Tiffany, welcome.
Welcome, Betty. Thank you so much, lady. Thank you. That was great. I love it.
You. I love that you are the owner of Goldilocks Temple of Healing, and the Goldilocks really resonates your personality, and you're just full of life, Tiffany. You're full of life in what you give out to people. I hope everybody goes to your site and signs up and follows you. But anyway, tell everybody about you. Let them know who you are. What's going on?
Well, I think it's all just got a little bit of touch of crazy in us, but no. No, it's so how Goldilocks Temple of Healing came about was just I've always been able to communicate with angels and spirits since I was young, and so it's just been a lifelong I don't say challenge too, because it's where do we fit in growing up and all that kind of thing. But it's I always knew that healing was a big theme, for me. And wouldn't you know, my mom had developed breast cancer when I was like 9 years old. I was young, and my brother, of course, was younger than me. So it really hit the family hard when my mother had breast cancer, and watching her through that whole ordeal. And she was newly married to, I don't call him my stepdad, I call him my bonus dad. I was lucky I had two dads, and he was definitely a bonus in my life because he was the one that raised me in my teenage years. And kudos to any man that can deal with the teenage daughter.
Right. That's the truth.
That's really nice, a bonus dad.
Yeah. That's
really neat. I like that.
Yeah. And so, and I used to give, just everything, most people whose dads leave, they go through abandonment issues. I was going through all of that, wouldn't trust any other man, and I think I really accepted him when I heard him tell her that no matter what, I'm not leaving you. We're going to go through this battle with cancer together. And I was like, oh, I need to ease up. He's a keeper. Yeah, I need to stop getting a pain in the butt and start supporting him. And we just need to come together as a family. And so I saw where the modern medicine failed my mom, helped her to some degrees, and then just, I questioned so much. And so she's definitely my inspiration. She had 3 rounds of it, and she did cross over in 1990 when I was pregnant with my first child. And so it was really a tough ride, but I definitely knew that, you know, why do we go through this? And I have to tell you, I need to back up a little bit, was that I know my mom made herself sick. I know my mom activated her cancer. I watched it. Her and my biological dad had a mudslinging, terrible divorce. And I watched this darkness around her, so her energy field, her aura, and then I saw when it entered her body. So I knew when the cancer was activated inside her body, when she did that. And she let it consume her. And I would try everything I could do to make her laugh, to smile, to try to help her get rid of it. But and let this be for everyone, I learned what all healers must learn, and in a way we all are healers because we want to help people, is that we can't do that. We can't heal somebody without their permission, without them wanting it. If they don't want it, it won't happen. And that was a lesson I learned a long time ago. She was too stuck. And so that's what really propelled me to mind, body, and soul. And it kind of just dragged my feet with it. But all of us who have these abilities, and I have to say women, when you get pregnant and you have children, that really opens you up even more. And so I had all of this coming at me, and I knew it was I have to do something. I have to help people. And it's like, but how do I do it? I wasn't sure. And we go through our own challenges too. I had to go through some health scares myself, but it all just came full circle, and it was okay. No more goofing off. 2010, I was like, I need to my grandmother, my great grandmother, on my dad's side, comes to me very strongly, and because I was the first girl born in my dad's side of the family in over 80 years. So their nickname for me was Goldilocks because of the golden curls, my golden hair. And so I was sitting there going, okay, and then the angels and everyone was like really now turning that fire up of you need to set your business up. I'm like, I don't even know what to call it. What do I do? And of course, my great-grandmother, my grandmother was like, well, Goldilocks. And I'm like, Goldilocks. And I'm laughing. They're like, Goldilocks with a Y. Goldilocks with a Y, And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, Goldilocks Temple of Healing. So they gave me the name for that. And I was like, okay, I've learned. I've learned what happens if you don't listen. So
yeah.
I was tired.
It hits you back if you don't listen.
It does. It's like one of those boppy, those punchy toy things. You punch it and it comes back and smacks you if you don't move fast enough.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, I never thought of it that way, but that's true. I can imagine it.
And so I got tired of getting smacked back. So I was like, okay, no more fighting. I embraced it. I surrender. Let's do this. And so went forward with it, and I was, and I opened it officially on my mom's birthday. It's a tribute to her, so December 15th of 2010. And then everyone kept getting all these messages like 10 months later, you need the LLC. And I'm like, what? I don't. And then, I'm asking questions again. Like, I don't think it. I was like, no, stop. You can't do that. You've got to listen to them. So I did that. So was really taking everything. All right, we got to do this serious. And everything seems to happen at once. As soon as you agree to it, it's like it goes really fast. Everything falls into place. And then I'm at a powwow or at a drumming circle at a spiritualist church around here. We have a lot of camps in southeastern Connecticut. spiritualist camps. And so I went to one of the drumming circles, like the powwow type of things, and sitting in drumming circle, and it's just so beautiful. You know, it's a wonderful feeling. If you've never experienced a drumming circle, I suggest that you do. Try to attend one. It's just, you know, with hearing the drums is like the heartbeat of the earth, and when our hearts beat sync with that, it's a beautiful feeling. So anyway, at the end of this drumming circle, one of my dear shaman friends came up to me and he said, Tiffany, he's like, I have messages from the elders and the ancestors. So he's giving me messages, and he goes, oh, wow. He goes, what an honor. I'm like, what? He goes, they have a name for you. I had no idea what he was talking about, you know. And he said, here's your name, White Sage Woman. Use it. Now, you know, a lot of times I'm goofy with my responses, and I was like, sage? I can't even burn sage without it choking me up. You know, and he just looks at me because he's my friend, and he's like, knock it off. He goes, seriously, don't put this on the back burner. He goes, you need to start using that name right away. I'm like, how am I going to incorporate all of this? I have no idea. I have all these names, you know, floating. Okay, I got to name the business called Rock Temple of Healing. Now you want me to use White Sage Woman. And I was like, okay, all right. And I didn't fully understand it. And actually, when I talked to other people and did some research, and they're like, you know, that doesn't happen a lot. You were given a name, then that's beautiful. That just doesn't happen. And then I was like, okay, so I was asking my spirit, asking the angels, and asking my grandmother and great-grandmother about it. And my great-grandmother reminded me, because my grandmother, still on the other side, won't talk about her dad, who was half Native American. So he started all of that. He was there with the elders. He participated in my naming ceremony, and it was beautiful. And I was like, okay, so you know what? I'll just have that be the website name then, White Sage Woman. And then it was, no, you need to really just use that name. And I'm like, okay. I was like, well, it fit because my last name really was White, so it kind of just flows. Tiffany White Sage Woman, right?
Wow.
Great,
it's amazing how the universe does things, I tell you.
that's a great story, how you got your name. That's great. That's really great. I got to tell you what else is great. You got a lot of people here.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people that like to talk to you, but we should punish them. That's it. We'll punish them and make them wait. No, I'm only kidding. Tiffany, these are great people. This family circle of ours has been with us a long time, and we adore them, and I know that the sentiment is the same. And nobody's perfect. Everybody's into whatever together. And what's so nice is that these people actually interconnected with themselves online here. So they help out each other, and it's a nice how you say group. Mondays and Wednesdays, and which this Wednesday, folks, will be the last Wednesday show for a while, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But in the meantime, there are quite a few people that would like to speak with you. How you got your name fascinates me. How do you want to do this, Steph? How do you want this done?
Well, just, you know, the callers that come on, I appreciate everyone that is holding and waiting. Just, you know, have a specific question ready and just ask me a question, and we'll get right to it.
Is there something you prefer not to hear?
Question one.
Is there something? No, not. I just, you know, don't ask for general because we could be here all night. You know.
That's what we wanted to hear. Don't ask for general.
and it can, my specialty, I've always communicated with angels. Even though I saw spirit, I wasn't allowed to communicate with them per request of my mom, because that did freak her out when I would sit there and try to talk to her about everything. She's like, I can't deal with it. And I was like, well, can I talk to the angels? And she says, angels are fine. So I can see them, but I push them. I'm still trying to reconnect with that. But I do connect with loved ones, but it's through the angel. So it's kind of, I can't really explain it. It's just, but I don't consider myself like a medium that's going to talk to spirit. All right. I'm the medium as far as I can talk to the angels and even the masters and the light beings that are in a higher vibration, because that's where I'm used to playing, so to speak, since I was little. So, sometimes the angels will give me a lot. They will give me some messages. But if you wanted to communicate directly with them, I don't. That's not my strong point. Sometimes it amazes. It comes through. If they're strong, and if they've been crossed over for a little bit, and they're in the upper vibrations, then I can communicate with them. But I can't communicate with them if they just crossed over.
Okay. However you want it done. You're the boss. However you want it done.
No, I just don't want anyone to be disappointed because everyone works differently. So it's just wanted.
I know that they won't be disappointed. Yeah. I'm telling you, everybody, go to this girl's site, www.whitestagewoman.com. You will not be disappointed with her newsletters, all the shows that she has on during the day, the blogs, the posts. It's like where she finds the time to eat, I don't know, but she is right on this. Amazing. And that's why I said that is the truth. It was like a wild shot. Do you feel you think you could come on our show? So, and she did. It's great.
Tiff, you're over here in not really far, good old Groton, Connecticut. I know that's up there. I had a friend that used to live in Groton, and her father was in the Navy with submarines up there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually got to go in one. It was very interesting. The old type submarines.
That's what brought us here. My husband's retired Navy, so Force. So that's what brought us here. And and then we wanted to stay here because we like it so much. So.
Well, it's beautiful. Groton is really, really nice. It has nice energy.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you something else. So how long have you? What do you figure you're in the field a pretty long time then? You've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah. I was for family and friends, but I made it official, so to speak, in 2010.
Okay.
So that's but we like all of us. We always do it for family and friends, right? But then it's like, let's expand. We got to expand it, put it out there, and you can help more people. And I didn't understand that at first until you actually do it. And then when you're talking to people all across, not just the United States, all across the world, different countries, and reach out to you, and then you realize, that it's beautiful. It's beautiful how that just works.
I think it's wonderful how spirit talks to us too. That was another question I wanted to ask you. Mm-hmm. So you talk to the angels, but you don't communicate with your guides. Is that what it is? Did I hear that right? Or I
have to tell you, I didn't even know what guides were until going to a spirituals church, and they're like, you have a team that works with you, and I'm like, yeah, they're light beings, and they're like, no, you have like spirit guides. And so I was like, wow, I'm so sorry if I've ignored you guys, and bypassed, so to speak. And they were okay with it. They were like, no, that's fine. As long as you're communicating, that was okay. They're not like, like we are. They weren't, they don't get offended and upset and all of that. And they're like, but they can help you. And I noticed, and that's why it was important to work with them. It's because they've had a life here on this earth plane, they understand empathy and compassion. Now, the light beings, not that they're cold, but they can come across as really cold because they're direct. They're just, bam, here it is. And so I've learned to blend them both. Okay.
All right, I see. Yeah. All right.
I get it now. So yeah.
I know it's interesting. Even when you're trying to explain something, teaching a class, especially when it comes to your little child guide, because so many people, there's basic ones that you do have that follow you around for certain things if you need them, including a doctor, a philosopher, so on and so forth in your child guide. And they look at me and they go, "What's a child guide?"
Oh yeah.
Well, I usually turn around and I go to them, "Do you like to laugh? Do you like to play?" Because that's what the child guide likes to do. So I give them an age. There's an age before 12 o'clock. I'm 12 years old, because after 12, darn well they're just going to be rambunctious. But anyway,
right.
I'm kidding on that one, but they're usually not that old. I says, and they're the ones that tug on your arm when you're feeling upset and stuff like that, because all they really want to do is play. Because you go to readings, you go to teaching a class or whatever, and you're looking around this classroom, and you know exactly who's having what kind of problem, how come they're not laughing, how come, So even with Lois, I know she does the same things. I'd like to make my class easy, friendly, uplifting, you know what I'm saying? Laugh, throw a joke in there every now and then, because they're so serious sometimes, and it's like, hello, smile.
Right.
So,
that's what I like to do too. And I didn't realize. I know there's always a lot of kids around me, but yes, I know that the child guide. I've heard them called joy guides.
Right, joy guides. Yeah.
Yeah. And so then it helped me to understand, oh, cool, that's great. That's who the little child is that's always around me, and has been with me for a long time. And it helps me to laugh. It's like my comedian, and because we shouldn't. I had to really work with this, because they're like, don't take yourself so darn serious,
Right.
And and that helped me a lot. That guide really helped me a lot. So
sometimes there was this pharmacy assistant over the pharmacist, right? This guy never smiled, never. So I went over to him one day and I says, "James," I says, "how come you don't?" I says, "I really would like to see you smile. Do you know how to smile, James?"
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Damage control. I just spilled my iced tea all over my computer. I'm going to put myself on mute. Lois, go for it. I'm sorry. Go ahead,
we got to get to the callers, but I have to tell you, I agree with what you're saying. I never plan a classroom. The only thing I'm interested in the classroom is what the room number is.
Yeah.
Because once I know that room number, I will get a sense of that energy. And then I never plan a class. And like you're all talking, you have joy guides, you have the fun time, you have, a little serious, whatever. But I know that I have one numerological professor that will not take any BS. There's no laughing. There is focus on what you're doing, and I got goosebumps, I'm telling you this, like, in other words, well, it's about time you respect that, because every time you try to go against it, everything goes haywire. But I definitely agree with you girls. I focus on the guides more than the angels, though I respect the angels and know that they are there. But we need to really get to people. I mean, the board is lit. So are you ready, Tiffany?
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm back.
Joanna, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. Boy, did that go flying.
There we go. I'm going to our first caller, and this is Fran. Hi, Fran. How are you?
Hi, girls. How are you?
We're doing good tonight.
Fran.
How you doing? How's everything?
Oh, pretty good. My question for Tiffany. Hello, Tiffany. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Fran.
Can you tell me anything about my finances coming up? in the next year?
Yes. So what's the saying right away is that your finances you have this love-hate relationship with finances. It what needs to happen energy. Okay, so what I see is like this road, the channel, the energy flow of finances consists of giving and receiving. It's not opposites. It's the same. It's in the same energy field. And so there's a history of money that kind of blocks you a little bit. You've worked a lot through it already. But what is your history with money? What were you taught about money? That kind of thing. Because it feels this old energy that's really not yours. And so it's something that was taught or learned, or maybe something you watched in growing up, kind of sticks in us without realizing it. But it does. It can really embed in us easily. And so it's finding that trigger, exactly what is it. It feels like it makes you it's great to have more money coming in, but then there's also you suddenly start to feel uncomfortable because of it. So are you uncomfortable with abundance? Are you uncomfortable because, oh no, I've got this influx. Now what's happening? Am I going to get a bill for something now? It's almost like you have to appreciate and be grateful for what's coming in. And you know what? When you're sitting down taking care of your bills, be grateful for each thing you pay. Absolutely.
Right.
Even if you got to fake it at first.
Sure.
You know what? I'm grateful to pay this bill because I'm alive. You know what? I'm grateful to pay for the light because we're on. I'm grateful to pay for the phone. I'm grateful for this. And watch what happens. That will help clear some stale, stagnant energy that's there. And also the angels coming forward has an amethyst in their hand, a purple, beautiful amethyst. And so this is revealing your true self. So that's it. Because you're holding on to some old beliefs, this will help you step more into who you are.
Great. It makes sense. What you're saying makes sense. And I actually have been doing that. Not like I think, okay, so this is what I can pay, and whatever comes will just come, and I'll deal with it as it comes. And that's all I can do. Fretting about it's not going to change anything. So I guess I'm on the right path, and I certainly have probably some residual that I don't realize from coming up when my mother always worried about money. But so I don't want to keep you because I know there are a lot of callers. Ladies, so good to speak with you. Tiffany, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Fran, don't hang up. I want to validate Tiffany's reading because Tiffany, Fran has been going through really, really a lot between her finances, and she was living out on Long Island in Sayville, and she had this really weird landlord, and she had to move, and she's been going really through a lot, and she's really putting all that together, and you're really right on with her, what's been going on, so I want to validate that for you.
Right on, yes, exactly, right on. If I didn't say that, that absolutely, you hit the nail right on the head, so to speak.
Yeah. So, Fran, you've come a long way, kiddo, I tell you.
Thank you.
So you should be very proud of yourself that you made all these moves,
Yes, it's not easy, but if you don't try to move forward within your chaos, then nothing will change. So, I attribute a lot of that to you ladies and all of your guests and all of the wonderful people that listen and you hear, I hear their stories and I say, wow, I can learn this from that, and I thank you from, as I always say, from the bottom of my heart and soul for everything.
You're welcome. Fran, real quick, please ingest more water, okay?
I'm trying. I know. I have to.
No, not I have to. You need to do it. Put a rubber band on your wrist and
Okay.
pluck yourself and take a sip of water. Carry it with you. Keep sipping, okay?
Okay, Lois, you're absolutely right, and thank you for the reminder.
All right, sweetie. We'll talk to you soon. We'll talk to you Wednesday.
Okay, be well. Be real
Thank
well,
you.
Lois.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
you're
Love
on
you
your
all.
phone.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you. She's a good lady. We're going to go to another good lady. She's enjoyable. She, at times, can come up with some real doozy of questions, Tiffany, so we're praying here right now. This is Vivian. And
what's her name? I'm sorry.
She's a good girl. She really is a good girl, Tiff. So, Vivian, meet Tiffany.
Hello, Vivian.
Tiffany? Vivian. Where is Vivian?
I don't know. Where'd she go?
I don't know. You know what? We'll
strange.
put her on heads and we'll
Weird
go
for
on
her.
back to her. And I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll put her on ears, and then I'll go on back up here because I know who this is. This is Nilda. Hey, Nilda, how are you?
What the heck?
Hi, ladies.
Sorry.
How are you? Hi, Tiffany.
Hi, how are you?
Okay, I'll make this really quick. I'm finding my path, in a way, and I'm finding guidance. So I need to know, is there a message for me which way I should go or what I should do?
All right. Immediately, it's everyone knows what a star seed is, and pretty much we're all star seeds. But you are a true galactic child. You've never felt like you fit in with anything. Your family, some of your friends, the people you're around, and you're just like, is there something wrong with me? No, there's nothing wrong with you. What the angels really want to work with you more, the higher vibrational beings. All right, so when I say that I communicate with angels, I also communicate with these ascended light beings. But I don't tell you that a lot of people would think that they're ETs, and that's exactly what they are. But we come from ETs. So in that very high vibration, the angels, these ascended light beings, they want you to work with them more. If you don't have a piece of Moldavite, you can Google that. You need to get a piece of Moldavite. You will be guided to get the best type of Moldavite for you, and to make sure that it's pure, because there's a lot of people out there that try to sell fake gemstones and crystals, but it will come to you, and they want you to sit with that, and that will be like a spiritual tool to help you tune in, like an antenna, to help you tune in and listen more. And because you are a very high vibrational being trying to make your way through this 3D energy, but you're in here, you're on this earth plane at a very good time because you're part of the ascension. So you've always operated, though, on a much higher vibration. And so this is going to get easier and easier for you as we're in this ascension process. But you're a powerful teacher, and you're going to be teaching within the next 2 years.
Okay. That's interesting. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
I
Bye,
can see
ladies.
you doing that, Nilda. I really can. Excuse me, Tiffany. I really can. I could see you doing that, because in your own way, even when you're taking care of everybody you take care of, including your mom, you I think you do more than you give yourself credit for.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. I just love giving and sharing, so I don't see what I do. I just do everything from my heart and my soul. That's it. That's
exactly.
what I do.
Yeah,
that's
you
it.
do.
I don't know anything else.
So another thing that I can say that I had trouble with is that we're so flighty. You have to ground. Connect with Mother Earth more. Grounding is essential for you. You're not dishonoring the space and who you are as a galactic being, but you have to honor the Earth as well. So grounding is the perfect way to do that. And to just visualize the Earth, the center of the Earth, and that you are anchoring your energy deep into the Earth, growing like this huge tree, like the tree of life, and your leaves and upper branches are in the space and galactic. Immediately think of that image to help you ground, and that will help you not feel so flighty, because we would give the clothes off of our back to somebody who needed it. But you have to learn boundaries, and we have to be careful and not give your energy away.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Tiffany. Talk to you later, girls. Love you.
Thank you. I love you too.
Come back on Wednesday.
I will.
Okay, honey. Thank you. Have a happy. We'll put you on ears.
Yes.
You know, Tiffany, you said something that's interesting, and you said about in her reading, and I wonder, oh my gosh, and it just totally went out of my head. It was something we ask many of the guests what their opinions are. We're all aware that there is a shift. We're all aware that there is a consciousness shift, a subconsciousness shift, a planet shift. There is just a tremendous shift. And within each intensification of moons and planets and numbers and so forth, and our makeup and our character, we have a hard time really trying to understand the shift. We just recently had a show about being addicted to drama. We're trying very hard for each and every one of us to trust. You need to trust. If you have trust, there's a tinge of hope. And we've heard some very powerful, true confession stories from our listeners here. And they're very touching. I mean, being on the other side, you got to wipe the tear away. What is your take on the shift? What is it that you feel that what we could do more for ourselves and others in getting through this other dimension that we are heading towards?
Okay. I actually, for those of you who are maybe new to me, you can find I'd like for you to go to Facebook page and group called Goldilocks Productions, Goldilocks with a Y. My show is Sunday nights at 8 p.m. I go on live, Live TV, and stream live on Facebook through the Goldilocks Productions Facebook page. I just had my show last night, so the video is there, but I haven't had time to put it on YouTube yet. That will be done within the next 24 hours. But I talk about this more and more on every show, what we can do, and pretty much it's simple, but it's not. It's just to stay in that heart center. And think the heart chakra in the center of your chest, beyond your physical heart. We're connecting back with the cosmic heart. Now, when we talk about dimensions and these vibrations, they're not a physical place. It is a shift in consciousness. It is a vibration. It's a vibration of energy. And when we turned our back, so to speak, on light, on God, however you want to term that, we created separation. We created opposites. We created all of this nonsense. All right? And all it takes is balance. Balance, balance, balance. Don't go from one extreme to the next. It's not light or dark. It's light, dark. Light, dark. It's part of the same thing. It's two sides of the coin. And you can't have one without the other. And as soon as we understand that, people think, all I have is bad luck. Well, flip that coin over. You got good luck, too, because it can't exist separately in the upper vibrations. We created separation in the 3D, in the third dimension, but it doesn't exist beyond that. All right? And so we've had people ask, well, why are we going to 5D? What happened to 4D? 4D is heaven. 4D is what we call heaven. 4D is as a Grand Central Station for spirit coming in and out. That's what I call it. And it is beautiful. There are angels there to help to heal those that just cross over and are totally blown away when they realize they have forgotten so much and they need to deprogram from the 3D energies. Life is hard here. We all get that. We know that. So the best advice really is to catch yourself, catch those thoughts that you tell yourself. And if there's anything that is negative or anything that's out of whack, that's out of balance, come back to that balance point. Because going from one extreme to the next is not good either. And just like you can be blinded by the light, and I'm talking about these people who are so much in the light, it's like so much fluff, they deny the negative. And that doesn't help either. You have to totally embrace, yeah, you know what, I was angry, I was pissed off. But I'm working through that. We were given these emotions for a reason, to deal with them, not to reside in them, set up a zip code and live there. It was just to experience briefly, to be a little trigger, to help us understand who we are more, and so that we can always make sure that we're balanced. There's always signs in every culture that's left, whether it's the scales of balance, getting back to that balanced state of being. And that's what's happening as we are going back, as we are ascending. It's already started. Mother Earth is a living being. She's on her ascension process. And those that want, it's choice time. We've got to make a decision. Do we want to continue? And I'll tell you right now that everyone listening absolutely wants to. All right, because those who are stuck and are into greed and war, they're not going to listen to shows like this. They're not going to care. All right? And what's going to happen to the 3D is that it's going to implode. It's just going to be so gentle. Well, maybe not as gentle as you think, because how this is going to happen is because of all the natural disasters, everything that's happening. A lot of people are exiting this planet that doesn't want to be here anymore. Not just the people that are stuck in 3D, but even remember, everything is in balance. When people come in, have you ever heard with a death there's a birth? All right, so that's the same thing. When energy goes through this earth, it's taking both, negative and positive. Negative and positive. Think of a battery. It doesn't work unless it has both a negative and positive side, right? So it's the same thing. The energy coming in and off this earth plane has to be positive and negative. There's no victims. People don't just, they were taken too soon. It was actually their soul path. It was their mission to do that because they had to keep the energy balanced. So this is a very exciting time, and you have to take ourselves out of our situation sometime, and like our droid guide says, don't take yourself so darn serious, and try to look at it from a child's point of view. Try to look at it from a bird's eye view. If you were a bird, fly up, look at it, look down at it where you can see the whole picture, because when we see life from our own eyeballs, past our eyelashes, we miss a lot of stuff because we're personalizing it. So we have to get out of ourselves, look at the whole picture, and remember that balance is the key. That's it.
Beautiful. That is really great, and I'll tell you something with I have to say that just about, 99.9999 and 0.9%, every guest says the same thing you're saying in their way, but they're saying the same thing. Mm-hmm. And it's so wonderful when we hear you're not losing your mind, but you have to do the work. That's the
right.
whole thing. You have to do the work. Mm-hmm. And that's really a good way of putting it, because I know that the shift is definitely getting more intense, the things that are happening in the world right now. There's some serious issues now. So,
right.
Good explanation, my dear Tiffany White Sage Woman. How do we find you? I'll go down to the next caller, but how do we find you?
Through my website. The best place is whitesagewoman.com. And, of course, on Facebook, it's Goldilocks Productions, There's a page and a group if you'd like to join. And also Goldilocks Temple of Healing, I have a Facebook page as well. And that's Goldilocks with a Y.
Is that, do you have a phone number or anything, Tiffany, they can reach you at, or you just want them to go through Facebook and what have you?
It's better to them to message me or to send me an email because I run shows through my phone, and then
okay.
I have clients too. So it's people feel frustrating in having to leave a message. But the best way to really contact me, because I check email several times a day, is either message me or email me. And you can do that through the website. Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Well, we're ready to go on to the next caller here. This is area code 402-214.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Thank you for taking my call.
You're very welcome. What's your name?
It's Sharon. Let me turn.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Sharon.
Sharon?
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
And where are you calling from, 402?
Nebraska.
Nebraska. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
You're not having any tornadoes going on there, are you?
Yeah, we have, actually. Yeah, I saw a picture the other day. Kind of out east. Really wild.
Boy, you guys have really been getting hit. Really getting hit. What can we do for you, dear? I'd like you to meet Tiffany. Thank you for calling into the show.
Yeah, I'd really like a general reading. You know, kind of everything is happening, from health to finances to everything. So,
okay.
You might
now, let me tell you, I normally don't do general readings, but I got something immediately for you. But here's what they're saying. Is there is somebody that's close to you in your life that you need to get away from? You need to protect yourself from, but you always make excuses for this person because you're such a beautiful soul. You want to see the good in everybody. But this person is sucking your energy without you realizing it. But you can start to realize it. Watch how you feel around this person. If you feel exhausted or if you just feel like, they call them energy vampires because you really feel drained after being around them. And they take advantage of your kindness. And you really do have this bloodsucker around you that is really draining you. And I feel like it's someone that comes into even your personal space, into your home, or to where you live, because they're just leaving this negative energy trail all around you. So what you need to do is stop absorbing everyone else's energy. If you don't smudge, I would light some incense. Go to there's New Age shops all around. Find some incense sticks or some cones that's got natural herbs that you like the scent and the smell of. A real popular one is called Nag Champa, Nagchampi, Nag Champa. It has a really nice light scent, but it's very powerful. It comes from India. It comes from India. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, and you need to smudge your residence every day because I feel like there's a lot of people that come in, or you have people that come over. There's a lot of traffic. So
this is the issue. I am not inviting anyone in. They are coming in. They are breaking in, and they live around me, and I don't even know which one for sure is doing it, or who else is doing it. But you're absolutely right, and I can't it's no one. I'm not inviting anyone in.
Okay.
Nobody.
Well, originally from your kindness. And and I don't want everyone to stop being nice to people, all right? That's all they look for. It's just a smile, a kindness, and bam, then they ride on that energy, okay? So I know you didn't do this intentionally. And absolutely call in your angels for protection. Dragons absolutely do exist. They're here. Dragons and unicorns have come back on this earth plane to help us. Dragons are very protective. I would get a pair of gargoyles and put them outside your door, your front door, and command them to protect you. Never put gargoyles inside. All right. Make sure that's always outside and facing away from your house. All right. And do this, and with between the angels, the dragons, you're very well be protected. And make that command as you're lighting an incense stick or a cone, or you're lighting a white candle, think be tea lights too. Make this command, I am protected. Only peace, love, and harmony reside here and is allowed to enter. Only peace, love, and harmony type of energy is allowed to enter this sacred space. And you have to say this at least 3 times a day.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, isn't it?
It is, yeah. But it's not impossible to take care of. You just have to take command back over and reestablish that sacred space. You have to make that space sacred. And then what happens is that it gets brighter and brighter and brighter, and then guess what? They don't want to see their own reflection, and they'll leave you alone.
Yeah, it's got some real pros involved. And, there was one person, a neighbor that I trusted and found out I should not have. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of like I really don't know who I can trust anymore.
Right. Well, right now, you need to put your trust in the angels, put your trust in the dragons, put your trust that you are protected. Also, green gemstones, malachite, is something really powerful. Malachite and hematite. So a green stone, black stone, to put in your pocket or in your bra, or however you want to carry them, even not just in your home, but outside too, because you're such a beautiful soul, and it's what you attract too. So, but they don't want you to stop trusting, to just be smarter with it, to read the energy faster. Oh no, I'm going to look past that smile, look in the eyes. The eyes always will tell you the truth. Don't be fooled by the smile, okay? So get those protection type stones too. Just these type of tools are very powerful.
Yeah, I used to have a malachite ring, a really big one that my girlfriend's mom brought me. But almost all of my jewelry's been stolen. And everything, furniture, good furniture, everything. And do you see me getting any of that back? The people being caught? No,
none of it's going to. The jewelry is gone. It's either been hawked or it's out. It's gone. It's moved away from you. So it's, but that's okay because new things come in, and just release it. I release it all. I let it go. I might not understand why this is happening, but I let it go. Don't hold on to any bitterness, and keep reestablishing your sacred space. All right, you will eventually be leaving that area within 6 to 8 months. Don't ask, I don't know how it's possible. Don't say that. You're going to be moving away.
With lots of money, I hope.
And so you just allow that. Allow it to come in. And don't ever ask, how can it get any worse? Because it will be answered.
Oh, yeah. No. Hey, I learned that a long time ago,
There you go.
It sure
always ask.
Can get worse. Yeah.
Ask. All right. Can it get any better than this? That's if you're going to ask that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Sharon. Yes, Sharon, it's Joanna. I do have something to say is you do have a lot of spiritual energy that you can get into yourself with that, and you're surrounded with a lot more of help and assistance. And I think what happens sometimes, just like everybody else, what we do is we get stuck and we don't know how to, come out of it.
Right.
And it's just backing up, taking those deep breaths and just asking that universe to take control.
Right.
And I tell you, I have done that, and it's like total miracle. I mean, like 5 minutes later, after I turned around and said, okay, I'm not in control anymore. I can't handle this. You do something about it.
Right.
And sure enough, sure enough, not even more than 5
Yeah.
or 10 minutes. The question that I just gave out, to the universe. It's like I'll take deep breaths and say, "Be still," or "Be still and know I am God." And it's like once you center yourself, and let that go, you'll be fine. But Tiffany's right on. She's got that one on the head.
Yeah, I did that last night. What you're saying?
Did you? Yeah.
I felt like I've got a lot of physical issues going on. And the pain I was in last night, it was making me nauseous. I was about to pass out from the pain. And
there's a little. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I didn't know what to do, but I did. I just begged Jesus to,
Right. Because it does work. I mean, like even what Tiffany had said earlier, it's true. We have, I believe, as a guided person for healing, we have that spot inside of this human body. All right, that's just about waiting for somebody to turn around and just press that little button, so that illness that's just sitting there is saying, "Hey, pick me," right? Yeah. And so what happens usually every time something happens, really, really emotionally, it turns that switch on, and the next thing you know, that illness, dis-ease, I'm not going to say illness, dis-ease, shows itself, And it's like if you have a problem with your back, who's on your back? Look at every spot that's physically is bothering you, and actually say, okay, who's on my back? You can't stand. People have a way of picking their own things. I can't stand this. Well, but every time you try to stand up and go somewhere, because we're a computer. Always remember that. We're a computer. Whatever we tell this computer, it's going to remember. So my thing is every time I think of something physically or negative like that, I go, cancel.
Yeah.
So that's a big important thing to do. And always forgive that person and forgive yourself and go back.
Yeah,
what was it that triggered it off? It is the hard part. It is the hard part. But you know what? If you write it down on a piece of paper, I found this to be true. Write it down. And at the end of that, you turn around and say, I forgive them and I forgive myself for what I think might have happened. Because the point there is, even though, you're having this back and forth, so you're perceiving things back and forth, and it might be coming across back and forth, not the way that it was supposed to. So that's what I do, and I know we have readers here, and I think I have to be quiet. No, but please, great. I'm so glad you called, and please call us in on Wednesday. Alrighty.
Yeah, I know writing it down helps a lot.
Oh yeah, it does. It releases everything, and then tear it up.
Right.
What have you? Burn it, whatever, in the sink or something, and then just let it go to the universe. Let it all go to the universe.
Yeah.
Sharon, what's your date of birth? Real fast. What's your date of birth?
8/31/57.
57. Okay. Well, we do have to move on, but I've got your number now. Give us a call on Wednesday. We're here 7 to 8:30 on Wednesday.
Okay.
Come in and enjoy us, and stay out of the tornadoes, okay?
Yeah, it's thundering here now.
Good. All right, hon. Thank you.
Be fine. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Okay. Nebraska, boy, that's all you see is tornadoes. I'm going to go try Vivian again because I don't know what she did, but she's a good person. We'll try. Hi, Vivian. How are you?
Hi. I had the phone on mute by mistake.
I do that all the time.
I don't know what's wrong with me. But anyway, hello, everybody.
Hi, Vivian.
Hi.
I have a very strange question. I tend to speak directly to the spirits rather than the angels. I don't know why, I just do. But anyway, my question is, when I'm not getting an answer from the spirits, and I'll explain why, would an angel take over? And this is why I'm asking this. Because for almost 2 years, I had lost a very good friend of mine. I've asked, the girls and everybody else on here why I don't hear from him. I don't feel him, anything like that. And I've been told that, he's around. I just don't, I'm not tuned in. But anyway. And it's been bothering me because we were very, very, very close. For the last month and a half, I've been feeling like there is something wrong. I've got to call someone. Anyway.
Okay. Stop. No more. Stop. Shh. Be quiet.
Okay.
All right. Here's the reason. Yes, you do communicate with everyone, because I have to tell you, as our spirit guides will, I don't say be distracted, they're always working for us. So they will be distracted, or I should say they don't always watch us, but the angels always do. Now, you also have new guides that have moved in to work with you, so that always feels weird when you have to work with new guide energy. You will get used to that. The friend that you're talking about has moved on to a much higher vibration. Off this earth, off out of this star system. They are gone. That's why it's harder to communicate. They have advanced. Now, that doesn't mean that they'll never come back and talk to you again. They will, but just not like they used to, okay? But they now we're always working. So now they have a new mission in another galaxy, all right? And so no, there's nothing wrong with you. You are ascending. You're on like, okay, so
no, you didn't let me finish. No. Wait, I just want, if I finish the story, you'll understand what I'm asking this question, if I can. Anyway, I felt like I had to call someone, so I called his sister, and I did find out that his grandchild had drowned in the backyard pool. So my thing is, could it be that he was protecting his daughter in there rather than coming to me? Is that possible? Because that's what I said. Well,
hold on. You're trying to humanize spirit. Spirit can be in several places at the same time.
Okay. Yes, that I know.
Okay.
That I know.
So this is just what I'm just repeating what the angels and guides are telling me is that he has been promoted, so to speak. He's going someplace else to work. All right. But that doesn't mean that they don't, send you messages through dreams. That they will come back and give you messages. You have some new guides in your circle. You've got 2 new guides to work with.
Okay.
All right? And so you need to communicate with ask, who are you, and work with them, because they're a little bit different energies. But you do have a lot of, you are, yes, we're all starseeds, but you're very much of this earth. Everything in your past lives that you have done was very earthbound, whether it was you're nature loving, it was all for protecting earth. You were that earth healer, shaman, medicine man, medicine woman. That's beautiful. So you have new guides now too that want to work with you, and this is where we can feel a little lost and confused. So you'll feel like you've got your footing again, but you just need to learn to communicate and work with each other.
Okay. All right. I'll look for them. I'll ask who they are. I'll find them, or they'll find me. Okay. Thank you. I just sounded very odd because, he's like a brother, and I hear from my family, and if you would have known us in life, you would find it very odd that I never even had a dream about him. It's just crazy. But okay, I will look for my new guides and talk to them. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, dear. Many blessings.
Thank you.
Vivian, as we keep growing, we have to have different teachers all the time.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay? And I think it was very interesting in how Tiffany also put it, because you relate to one specific grouping, such as guides, rather than more of the angels, doesn't make it any less than what you are doing. You are following exactly what your soul spirit wants you to do.
Yes.
So with that, and as we progress, We have to meet new developers, our thought adjusters, our crew, the pilots, whatever you choose, how to label that connects to you, has to keep edging us to educate. Because we have to
makes sense.
Because the gift in life is that we have an eternal life. This body that we are in, we are here on paying rent.
Yes.
Okay? We're paying rent here. When we go home, the gift is the eternal life. Keep growing.
Okay.
You've grown so much, Vivian, over these years, and that is true. And your questions are wonderful. So, girl, keep going. Tiffany was right there with you. And if you feel that he is with you and he wants you to go buy him Starbucks coffee or Frappuccino, what the hell? Go buy one. Go have fun.
It's just an odd question. But thank you, Tiffany.
Thank you.
Many blessings.
We'll see you on Wednesday. Well, we'll hear you
you
on
will.
Wednesday. All right.
Yes, you will.
Okay. All right. We're going on over here. I'm going to, where is this young lady? Here she is. Hi, Deborah. How are you? Deborah.
Yes, I'm here. How are you?
Hi, Deb.
How you doing?
Hi, Tiffany. I'm doing fine. Tiffany, I have a question. Like Sharon, the caller earlier, I've also had very similar situations. I was also robbed, and I also have physical challenges. Now, my question to you is, what is your take on karma? Because I always, when I meet, not always, many times when I meet people and they learn that I lost my sight, they say to me, well, you're being punished for the things that you did that were bad. You've got karma.
Wow.
You did something bad in the prior life and you're being punished now. Now, I don't necessarily believe that.
No.
I would like to know your take on that. I think a lot of people, like me, that are going through bad things, we're good people. Why is this happening to us?
Right, and it's I have to tell you, those that are totally blind are more gifted than everybody else because you know how to tap into all the other senses that other people we take for granted. All right, so here's karma. I have had the angels and Cinder Masters explain karma to me. Karma stops if you're not living in the war greed 3D reality. Karma has stopped. Karma doesn't exist off the 3D plane. Karma is a natural balancing act. Remember, we couldn't balance. We always tried to separate. Right. So if we were bad in one life, actually it was our soul that we all have the karmic, meter within us. And we know that we have to make things right in the next life. All right? Your blindness in this life actually is something you just wanted to experience. There is no karmic debt with that. It's just something that you wanted to experience. That's all. That's all it is. Your soul wanted to check that off a list of things to experience. And you've had some challenges. but life is challenging on this earth.
Right.
But that's it. We're moving away from karma because as we to be in the upper vibrations, it has to be about balance. So when we're balanced, there's no need for karma. It's happening. Balance is happening all by itself, all right? So karma is a natural stabilizer. So it's like riding a bike, okay? And that's what it feels like life is. We're trying to balance ourselves on this bike. If we sit straight up and we're balanced, we're riding the bike, right? But if we lean too much on one side, and we try to ride our bike, off to one side, we're eventually going to fall. So then we come back into this life, I need to balance it out, but we overdo it, and now we're leaning to the other side, and we fall until we finally learn, it's not going too much to one side or the other side, but it's riding the bike in a balance. It's learning to ride a bike spiritually, so to speak. so you've already done this. This is not a karmic debt for you. There's people that say that. Let's just wish them well.
Right. That's what I do, right.
That's all we can do, okay? And that, blindness is such a crazy, I always thought it was total opposite when I used to be fascinated with Helen Keller when I was young, and I would put a blindfold on myself and try to walk around the house, and try to get my bearings, and found out, I already had my gifts that were awakened when I was young, but I found that they were more activated when I would close my eyes. We saw more. It has nothing to do with the blindness is like our eyes, it's the physical vision, but your third eye is more powerful than the people that's telling you it's karmic debt.
Right. No, I agree. I believe that. But, just in general, when people that are good people, many of them, all of them on this show, and we have our own things, the drama, the things that happen to us, and in my thinking, you turn around and say, I'm a good person, why is this happening?
You are
a good person. Is this a punishment? Is this, what do I do to stop it?
I don't know if you were listening to the beginning of the show, but it has nothing to do with good or bad. Good and bad exist together.
Right.
And so we all experience it, but it's not dwelling on this is bad. All right. Oh, okay. So if this is one side I'm looking at it, let me flip the coin over and experience the good.
Right.
And let's just stay in that balance. I understand this, but let me just move forward. Karma, I think, is very much misunderstood, and that's why I turned away from. There's a lot of teachers out there, and we all are taught, let me say, some of the same things from other teachers on this realm. So that's when you turn inward, go within, talk to the ascended masters, talk to the angels, talk to your guides, and have them fill in the blanks and educate us a little bit more. And that's what I did with them, having explained karma to me. And it's so simple. That's all it is that we all know to balance it out. So, no, that's not what's happening in this life at all. You just wanted to experience it. That's all it is.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
I want to thank you very much for doing this show. Thank you, Lois. Thank you, Joanna.
We'll talk to you
welcome.
later.
Yep.
Have a good evening. Thank you, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you. Many blessings, dear.
Going on over here, I'm going to take Angelique. Where is Angelique?
I got her. Hi, Angelique.
Hello, Joanna. Hello, Lois. Hello, white-faced woman.
White face. Okay, that's a new one for today.
I've been doing my homework, and since I've been doing my homework, I've been getting these bad feelings in my gut and my stomach. And where I'm living right now, I have neighbors, and I'm feeling a lot of anger. They had hurt one person had injured my son. I want to know, are they going to be moving out before me?
Yes, they're going to move before you do. They will be removed. A one-way stay or form. I think they're going to get in trouble legally, either with it. I'm not going to try to even interpret, but they'll be gone. That's all I'm hearing from the angels and guides, that they will be. They're actually in trouble. They're running now, or they're trying to hide. They've done something, and it's going to catch up with them. Okay, so
my son got punched out by her boyfriend. He was just going to the store, and my son never ever said a word to him ever, and he just cornered him. And my son came home with a big bump on his head. Yeah. And he got arrested, he got bailed out, and my son got an order of protection. Now, I don't know if he's sneaking in over there, and he's there, and I hardly see her even come out of the house. But I know she's there because I can hear her. And yesterday I had a package delivered, and I had seen her, and she dropped it in front of my house. And I just get this really bad feeling in my stomach, and it won't go away.
Okay, so you have to, All right, so that's from a lot of toxins to toxicity. It's an overload of energetic toxins. You know, when you have too much negativity, it does make us physically ill. All right, and also to the mind, your mind is always going and is trying to what's the next thing. All right. So, but do you see that what the angels and the guides are saying is that the neighbors to you will be, they will leave, all right? They won't be living there anymore. So if
wonderful.
It's not both of them, then it's one of them. But I'm hearing both. It's going to be both of them. They're both going to be moved, yeah. So, and it's not by their choice. They're going to be told to move, and it's just going to be, they're in trouble. That's all they're telling me, is that, you know, so he's somebody's got a record, and things are going to catch up.
I think he does.
Things are going to catch up with him. All right.
I don't think it was his first rodeo. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. All right. So again, the same thing, kind of like, you know, you are protected, and just put this white light around your house, you know, your property, and sit and think about, create that sacred space, have it go out. You are protected with the angels, and just, you know, yeah.
I have St. Anthony burning.
Yes, there you go. Because I'm
I
hearing
love my
that
St. Anthony.
You know you're protected. You light candles, you pray, it's everything's heard. Your prayers are heard, okay? And they do respond. You are protected. Your son's protected. It could have been worse.
Yeah, I could have been. Could have been. I was very concerned about my younger one, too, because he gets very nervous. He's got disabilities, and he started, like, freeze-framing, which he hasn't done in a long time, where he goes to walk and his body freezes, and then he can't move.
Yeah.
You know, and that's my baby, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to be 37, but he's my baby.
Right. No, it doesn't. I know. Yeah, they're always your babies. Oh. All right.
Thank you so much, White Sage Woman. I'm calling you by the proper name that you were given.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And I know that
I will be looking on your website.
On the show. Yes, please contact me and keep in touch, sweetie. And thank you so much for calling in. And
one great thing is that these are archived, so I can actually go back and re-listen to the email address. So
or just go to the website, whitesagewoman.com, and contact me through the website.
Okay, great. I will. Thank you so much. I love all of you. Lois, you're the best.
Thank
Joanna,
you. Thank you.
You're fun.
Have a good night, hon.
Oh, shoot. I just took her off by accident. I'm sorry, Vivian. I mean, Angelique.
You don't even know what you're doing anymore, Joanna.
I'm sure that was a total accident. Hi, Tricia.
Hello, you guys
Tricia.
crack me up. I can't tell you how many times I laugh during this show. Hi, Joanna. Hi, Lois. And hi, Vivian. I thought I pressed the one button before, and I didn't. But anyway, I'm feeling very kind of content and very still, and so I don't have a question other than I'd love to hear any message that my wonderful angels have for me or guides.
Okay, and what is your name, dear?
Tricia.
Tricia. Okay, Tricia. You've really wanted to learn a lot, because it seems like you've had a lot of challenges in this life.
Yeah.
But no matter what, always here's the thing, is that right now I'm hearing the angels is just, there's this pump of vibration of love, and the guides are cheering you because you always get back up. Pat yourself on the back, because you always get back up. You may fall, but you get back up on your own 2 feet, and you just keep going. And so you are this beautiful, beautiful soul just keep being the love and light that you are, and it's going to get easier for you. It really is, okay? And yeah, you help a lot of people, too, more than you realize. People that watch you. You are a motivational teacher, whether you realize it or not. All right? So just keep getting up. Keep being the love and light that you are. And that's it. And you have a gift with animals. So I'm not sure if you're not working with animals, whether it's even volunteering at a rescue place. I know it's going to be hard because you want to bring them all home. But
she has.
Yeah, that I've spent years. My life has been with them. I adore them. They saved my life a million times over. They've saved me.
Yeah.
They're my babies.
There's a beautiful energy exchange between you and animals. So.
Well, as I said, I'm feeling very content, very still, and I just really want to say hello and nice to meet you, Vivian and Lois and Joanna. I love you guys.
That's not Vivian. That's you call her Vivian.
Why did I call her Vivian? I don't know why.
I don't know. It's White Sage
but
Woman.
you're in the same class as Joanna.
Between the tea and hanging up on people, I'm really doing good.
That's okay. I'm right there with you, but I will say this. Part of it is I got to spend a half hour with this 6-month-old baby outside the building today before I came upstairs, and I think that just kind of set me on some kind of oxytocin, like I'm just wasted on oxytocin. So with that, I will say I love you and thank you, White Sage Woman.
Thank you.
And thank you for the show.
We'll talk to you Wednesday.
Yes, thank you.
All right, honey. You go have a good night and keep that upbeat attitude. Beautiful.
I will.
All right, sweetie. We'll see you later. Well, we've only got a couple of minutes left, and I know that there's one caller. Do you think you could do this in like 2 minutes and no more? Sis?
We can try to be fast.
Okay, this is called Quickie. David, Quickie. Hi, David.
Hello, good evening.
Good, Quickie. Go ahead.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Okay, I got Quickie. Do you see anything good for me, or you see financially getting better, or moving? Do you see anything?
David, this is a Quickie, not 5 questions. Give her one.
This is a Quickie. You just see it. I'm
2
sorry.
seconds, David. You're going down.
Do you see anything for me coming up, or you see anything,
All right. The first thing needs to be what I'm hearing. I'm just going, okay, is anxiety. You have extremely high anxiety, and
yes,
that creates a block for you in your life. You need to take care of this anxiety. You need to come to a space of balance and try to help with this anxiety. You are aware of it. You're working on it. Keep working on it, and just that's the most important thing right now is trying to maintain a calm space, that balanced, calm space, and don't let your mind go off on that anxiety trip. Okay, and then everything else will fall together for you because you're manifesting what you don't want by thinking about what you don't want. Think about what you do want. Anxiety is living in the future. Depression is living in the past. You don't know what's coming, and so you don't like that, and that creates all that anxiety. You want to know everything that's going to happen. You want like a plan of the day given to you every morning so that there's no surprises, but it doesn't work that way. They just want you to stay in the here and the now. Stay in the here and the now, work on the anxiety, and watch how that blockage dissolves, and it'll get easier for you.
We got to go here.
Yeah, we only have 1 minute.
All right, well, thank you, guys.
Oh, thank you, David. Be well, okay?
You too, thank you.
We want to thank you all for being here. Tiffany, tell us one more time, how do we reach you?
Through my website, it's whitesagewoman.com.
Okay, and your Goldilocks?
Yes, the name of the business is Goldilocks Temple of Healing. But you can find me on Facebook. I have a Facebook page, Goldilocks Temple of Healing, and again, that's Goldilocks with a Y. And there's also a page and a group, Goldilocks Productions, who's also produced a lot of spiritual shows. And we run Sunday through Thursday. So if there is any shows that anyone is interested in, if you like the Goldilocks Productions page or you join the group, you will get notifications each time there's a show.
Beautiful. And we want to thank everybody. We will talk to you on Wednesday. We will be here with Renee. Renee's spirit guide and mentor is the late David Bowie, who's very much alive to Renee. This should be very interesting. Read all about it. Tiffany, we will get you. You're coming back. You're not going anywhere. We're getting you back. That's it. Final. Anyway, thank you. God bless everybody.
Thank you so much. It's really been great.
Yeah. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
What a matchup!
And what a team, Mike. Metro PCS and the iPhone SE for $0 on a network that covers 99% of people in the U.S. Oh, impressive.
Play with the best. Switch to Metro PCS and get a 32-gig iPhone SE for $0. Metro PCS. Coverage not available in some areas, plus sales tax and $10 activation fee. Claim based on talk and text. Not valid for active numbers currently on a T-Mobile network or active on Metro PCS in the past 90 days. See store for details and terms and conditions.
What a matchup! And what a team, Mike. Metro PCS and the iPhone SE for $0 on a network that covers 99% of people in the U.S. Oh, impressive.
Play with the best. Switch to Metro PCS and get a 32-gig iPhone SE for $0. Metro PCS. Coverage not available in some areas, plus sales tax and $10 activation fee. Claim based on talk and text. Not valid for active numbers currently on a T-Mobile network or active on Metro PCS in the past 90 days. See store for details and terms and conditions.